Gideon versus Wainwright. 1963 Asia wins.
And Samantha Ramos.
Okay, so what happened is June 3rd, 1961. A witness sees someone leaving the Harbor pool hall, and they're like, "Oh, I think it's Gideon," because they stole money and stuff, and he committed other crimes before, so it's pretty believable that he stole stuff. So later that day, the witness tells the policeman, "Oh, I think it was Charles Earl Gideon," or however you say his name. So circuit court in Florida, and they're like, "Well, you cannot have a counsel because by Betts v. Brady, you can only have a counsel for special conditions." And in that court, they're like, "No, you can only have a counsel if you did a capital crime." So he defends himself, and who's gonna believe him when he says that he's innocent? Because, like, who? So they're like, "Okay, you're gonna go to prison for 5 years." And Gideon doesn't want to go to prison for 5 years, And then the Florida Supreme Court's just like, whatever, they'll agree. So Gideon's like sitting in jail, and he's like taking matters into his own hands, and he's like, "You know what? I'm gonna write them a letter," because that's what most people do when things go bad. "I'm gonna write them a letter." So the first appeal is like, "Hey, I want a writ of habeas corpus because like I didn't do anything wrong. I was wrongfully imprisoned." And then the Supreme Court of the U.S. was like, "Denied." So the second appeal, he's like, "You know what? I want a writ of certiorari because I want to have like you guys look at my case and see how unfair it is. I had to protect myself because the Sixth Amendment rights do not apply specifically to like, oh, did you commit a capital crime or did you commit just a normal crime?" So they take the application, they're like, "Approved." I'm sorry, I didn't know how to spell approved for a moment there. I was tired. So originally, fun fact, he was supposed to be suing H.G. Cochran, but then he like retired. Cool beans. So he like sued the other person, the person who took his seat, Mr. Wainwright. Those beans, man, those beans. He got bad beans. So January 15th, 1963, they finally hear his case. And it's like Gideon versus Wainwright. See, Wainwright's like, "I don't know what happened, but it's okay. I'm gonna defend myself." And yes, they gave Gideon an attorney, and they argued, "Oh, hey, he shouldn't have to defend himself." And then Wainwright argued, "Hey, the Sixth Amendment does not apply to non-capital offenses." And then the Supreme Court decided, you know what? We're gonna go unanimously with Gideon because he deserves this moment of happiness and pride. SCOTUS does, yeah. So the Fifth/Sixth Amendment do not specify to capital offenses, and then the Sixth Amendment guarantees counsel. The 14th Amendment for due process clause, and those are all supposed to make it so that it's a fair trial. But then without a lawyer, a fair, kind of stupid person might not be able to defend themselves. So, yeah, the end, and it overturned Betts v. Brady, where it was like, hey, you can only have a counsel if you have a special condition, such as illiteracy or you're like mental. There you see, I'm drawing Mr. Ruelas. Oh, sorry, I had problems with the mustache. Sam?
That's not how you
supposed to be
draw it.
thick?
No.
Oh.
Yeah, there you go.
Whee! Remember, students, 14th Amendment due process clause plus 6th Amendment right to